Welcome to the Legislative Policy Forum of 2015. We're really glad that you're here. We need to be engaged. We need to turn the things that we learned today into reality. Unless we have an engaged populace that understand the undergirding values and principles of our nation and are working to infuse those ideas into policy, we will cease to be the great nation that we are.
U.S. billionaires, because of the Buffett-Gates challenge, are going to give away $600 billion in the next generation. $200 billion of that is going to go to health care. If you had a son or daughter and they said to you, I want to be a country musician, I think you'd encourage them to look at Nashville. I want to be a high-tech entrepreneur. You'd say, well, you need to think about Silicon Valley. I want to be an actor or an actress. You'd encourage them to at least consider LA. I want to be a derivatives trader and work in financial services. Well, you should look at Wall Street. When that conversation is had and a young man or woman says, I want to change the world in healthcare, I want the obvious answer to be, you need to move to Atlanta, Georgia.
If we want to solve our problems, we've got to free the patient, we've got to free the doctor, and we have to free the entrepreneur. Medicaid, like Medicare, is very, very slow to pay for any new technology, even if that technology saves money, improves quality, improves access to care. We could hugely expand access to medical care for low-income people in the United States if we would just have Medicaid pay the market price that Minute Clinic and other walk-in clinics charge. All we'd have to do is just pay whatever the market price is. We know there's a market there. We know they're mainly competing for cash payments, so this is a real market as opposed to the rest of the healthcare system. Let's replace all of this with a refundable tax credit. Let's treat everybody the same way. I'm working on a bill with Pete Sessions right now, which I hope will be the House Republican leadership bill. And our tax credit is set at about what it costs to put people in Medicaid. And new people in Medicaid is about $2,500 for an adult, $8,000 for a family of four. So that's the tax credit. So we would make this universal. Everybody would have access to this. When people turn down the tax credit, you don't just put the money back in the Treasury. You send some portion of it to safety net institutions. So those are institutions that treat people who are uninsured and can't pay their medical bills. So money follows people. If everybody in Atlanta gets private insurance, then all the federal dollars are subsidizing that private insurance. Grady doesn't get anything. Okay? But if everybody in Atlanta decides to be uninsured, then all the money goes to the safety net, or some portion of the money goes to safety net institutions.
Convinced that we can end chronic homelessness in Atlanta, and
for 15 years, a career. What took me to homelessness, living in the streets, not knowing what's going to happen next. I heard about Georgia Works. I've been there 8 months, and now I'm at a very proficient job. I've been clean for some years, and I'm not living in the streets no more. You have to always want to change yourself. You can't change for nobody, and can't nobody want you to change. You have to be able to want to change for yourself. Or you
on the streets of Atlanta, homeless, on drugs, living from day to day, surviving from day to day. For the last year and a half, I've been paying my bills, going to work, helping other people, and those I have now by being able to pay my bills, being a responsible citizen, paying the taxes, just helping other people. All those things, I guess, they're priceless for me, you know, and I owe the majority of my life right now, the way I'm living, the quality of my life, to this program. It's a wonderful, wonderful program. And I try to
hold our politicians to higher account to always answer the question of why. And the why better have a human face. If it doesn't, we lose. And we lose because we deserve to lose, is how it comes about. Now, second question.
We love the opportunity at the Georgia Public Policy Foundation to bring together change makers and these policy makers in a very unique and collaborative way. Education savings accounts is one of those kind of nerdy policy terms where, like, we kind of know what we mean when we say it. But you ask the average person, they think, well, is that how you save for college? Is that like a after-tax thing, per-tax thing? The illustration I've tried to use to kind of take it out of Wonkyville and kind of relate it to where people really are is I think about ESAs as almost like the operating system on your iPhone, right? It's not so much ESAs, it's not so much the operating system that makes you want to buy the iPhone. What is it? It's the apps, right? The iOS is an enabler for the apps. That's what really excites us, what gets us excited about our phone. What I'm about to introduce to you now are some people who are creating incredible apps in education.
Acton is in year 7 of reimagining education as a private small micro school, and thought leaders like Kelly McCutcheon are beginning to take note of the results that we're getting. Melinda Gates, for example, recently referred to our school as one of the most innovative schools in America. Sal Khan views Acton as the Khan Lab School's mentor on their path to creating a great on-campus experience in Silicon Valley. We have 16 campuses operating around the globe now. In Austin, at the original campus, we have a 6-year waiting list. Our operating costs are now down to about $4,500 per student. And next year, I will be leading the launch of the first Atlanta area Acton.
Great Teachers Academy is a micro-school network. It's built on a hub-and-spoke principle, with the hub providing all of the central administrative services and the spokes being teacher-led microschools. This system was designed to provide a revolutionary education, but also at a revolutionary price. To the cynics of ESAs who say, all these will do is help the rich, because private schools cost $15,000 to $25,000. There are no places in private schools, even if these vouchers existed, if the ESAs existed. We have a simple message. Give us the ESAs, and we will provide places for every child at less than the sum of the ESA. No child will be turned away. Cynics, there's no answer. We can deliver a great education without the administrative overheads, without the burdens of legacy systems, and we can deliver it at a price which we can afford.
Tremendous support, and that transcends political party. About 70% of independents, Republicans, and Democrats all support the tax credit scholarship program in Georgia. No study shows that kids are harmed by school choice, not one. For every professor like Eric Warren or me that supports school choice, there's about 40 on the other side. 40. They can't gin up one study that shows that kids are harmed by school choice. Right?
This is what I want for Nevada. This is what we need to have. We need this because the children deserve this. The status quo is not working for us. We're not getting anywhere. We're at the bottom of every educational list. Why don't we do something radical like attach the money to every child and let them go out there and get an education? 25 years ago, when people said school choice, everybody kept thinking, oh, it's just, the rich people want more money. They want to cut the money so they don't have to pay out of their pocket. Whatever that was 20 years ago, I'm telling you right now, the mindset is I think both minds, liberals and conservatives, can come together on this issue and say, look, technology is changing the way we can deliver education. And we can deliver it to those who are the most needy, right? We can get to them. And so that.
And I want to dedicate myself to improving education for every kid because it is the great equalizer. We have to abandon a one-size-fits-all model. We have to design an educational system that meets the needs of each individual student. And we also have to offer choices. I'm excited that we have not only the foundation, but each of you that are part of this great movement to reform and to create a higher standard for all the citizens of our great state.